All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a hot minute since I've been here. Everyone kept complaining about me using the forklift, and I really hated using the telehandlers. So we've gone for the more American route. I picked up this 1206 front loader to do my bale work. It's a little, I don't know. It does it. It's a little lightweight, but we got all the bales off the field that we made last time you guys were here. It's April, year 5, and things are going good. So I still got 50,000 bucks left. I think. Do we have everything sold? Right? If I'm not mistaken. The silo is empty. The silo is empty. So anyway, that's the latest addition to the farm. I do have the X tractor rented, but that is going to be our new forklift slash device for moving bales and stuff around the farm. A little bit more American style. And not a bad model, not my favorite model ever, but it's pretty good for a mod. Have you been playing Forza? Cool, cool. What's up, J Dog? How you doing, Breezy? For Sheezy. Okay, so I need to be. This has got to be done. Hey, Spiral. We're gonna go ahead and finish this bale thing off. I forget how to do this. Let it rip. Yeah, it's gonna be a short one, Cameo. We had the R's unload bales. There we go. So good news. We put a bid in on a house.
Do not say anything yet.
Oh, my wife said not to say anything yet, but I did. Well, it doesn't mean anything is going to happen yet. But we found something that we really liked. Kind of similar to the other property, but a little bit more run down, but actually it has more potential. So, yeah, so exciting stuff. So I went to look at it today and was like, yeah, put an offer in now. So we'll see. It's a little below what they're at. They're asking, I feel they were asking too much for that property. So we put in what we felt like it was worth, and we'll see if they're offended or if they take the offer. All right, so I'm going to pack this guy up, and so I started playing this map literally right when we were getting ready to leave our house. And I want to say it was November of last year, right? It was when we started this farm. So it has been a full year of us playing on this farm. Well, you can fall asleep while you're watching. That's fine. Right. Well, that's true too. But this is kind of a neat situation. It's a house that is set up kind of on the middle of somebody's field. So there's like a whole street, and on the right side of the street, it's all field except for this 1 acre of land that's been cut out of the field, and it's got two really cool studio I'm sorry, he was a muscle car fanatic, and so he had two very large garages on the property, and then a small home, and but it's really nice anyway. So it has like porches and stuff all over it, and it's got a fenced in yard for the dogs. It's already pre fenced in, so we'll see what happens. I'm and it's kind of out. It's only 10 minutes away from where I work, but it's also out in the country, and so it's great. There's no like people shooting each other and any kind of crime going on. So yeah, so this is a mod, and it's a 12. Wow, that muted my microphone. It's a 1206 turbo farm all. Weird stuff going on like with my. So it's a mod tractor that I got from the mod hub, just a mod hub tractor. So, but it comes in a couple different flavors. You can get it open cab. I figured I'd like it closed cab because we work all year round with this. And so this is to replace our forklifts, or the forklift truck, lift truck, whatever you call it. So anyway, it was a busy day today. I saw 4 different houses. The other 3 were scary beyond belief. just what people are trying to sell. One of the houses, the realtor almost fell through the bedroom floor. I had to grab her and pull her back up because the whole floor started caving in. Like, house looks all new and redone. They redid the carpets, they redid the flooring, and it's collapsing. And nobody bothered to fix the house up before they did and that's what you get in this area. Very common for people to do rehabs of a house, and all they do is the things that look. They don't do any structural stuff, and so the house can be completely falling apart with all new appliances and like a new kitchen and stuff. It's really crappy. You have to be very careful. So yeah, so it's been a year. So it might be just a little bit over a year, and then we'll be back in a house again, hopefully. And then hopefully getting life back to normal and getting the things that help, the channel do better. I can spend a little bit more time doing stuff like that. I'll have my own studio where instead of me having to tear down and set up every night, which it adds up. Each night it adds up to probably about a half an hour of messing around trying to get stuff ready. If I can just leave my stuff out, I can just hop in the seat and start recording and streaming, so that's going to make my life a little bit easier as far as that goes. Yeah. I don't know how they did it. 1 year was more than enough. Let's go and return this thing. So we'll see what happens. And once again, we may not get this one, and then it's going to be a waiting game because really nothing else that I've seen so far has been even close to what we need. So the one house, like the guy was an old fellow, and he's like showing me around the house. And it's one thing that's weird here. So in Ohio, and I don't, for you guys, hey Ben Pin, by the way, you guys might each have, no, I'm actually planning on keeping the camper, and we're gonna redo it and make it nice. And we will. I mean, it's all up to the people. If they say no to our offer pretty much puts us at what the bank has approved us for. So if they say no, then we have to go back and talk to the bank about getting more. That would be, it would not be a great situation if they say no, but they might. We offered them about 10 or 15,000. No, it's like 20,000 under what they're asking, between 20 and 25. And right, then they can counter offer, and then we'll have to go to the bank and find out if we can get more. So I'd say the chances are probably good, but we'll see. It depends on if the guy is going to be like, he's a car guy, an old car guy, so that makes me a little bit nervous that he's one of those, like, I know what I got here type guys. Because the property's full of old cars that he's working on, and so he obviously buys, sells, trades. Some cool stuff. He has a running Roadrunner, and he's got a running 57 Chevy and a 50s pickup truck. Pretty cool stuff. But yeah, so one of the things that's weird here over Ohio is that in Ohio, you absolutely, I think even maybe by law, do not ever talk to the people selling the house. Like, literally, your realtor goes in. If you have a question about the house, you ask your realtor asks their realtor asks them, and then they respond to their realtor, who then contacts your realtor, who then answers the question. It's a hodgepodge, but it's a legal thing, so that you don't, maybe say something that you shouldn't say, or lie about something like, oh yeah, no, that's fine, and then when you go back to sell the house, you can, then, they cheated you or whatever, and if they're caught lying, that could be a big problem. So in Ohio, they do not let buyers and sellers talk to each other. You talk to the agents. Here, it's the people that were like the sellers were the homeowners were the ones that let us through the house. It was really weird. Let's see. That's correct, Binpin. Right. And I don't know that they're in a big hurry to move. The house has been on the market for 6 months. So, or 90 days, right, babe? So we'll have to see. They haven't changed the price in 30 days, so it didn't have any price cuts.
Changed the price a lot.
Right, that's what I just said. Or 90 days, right? They've never dropped the price. Oh, it is possible that I might have found another good deal on Farm Book. Yeah, I couldn't resist that for my water trailer. So there you go. And then we had our horse. We got to use that for the first time. So I think we're done with our chores for today. I'm gonna put the this one back together. Did I put our stuff back on? No, I didn't. I forgot to put the handling equipment back onto the case. But those are our 2 new tractors. So yeah. So anyway, we're excited. But like I said, we'll have to see what happens. The nice thing is those shops. Now they don't have electricity in them right now, but I could see in the future electrifying them, the one shop, because it's like a 6-car garage. It's huge, and it's really nicely built. Like it's like well built. It's got a cement floor and everything. So I could see cleaning that thing out and turning it into like our studio, like for the like moving the computer and recording stuff out there and making it into a nice studio. So it has some good potential down the road, of course. So, but the other nice thing too is, once again, it's out in the country, so we've got room for our camper. No one's going to care about the dogs. Like it's got all kinds of pluses. So I'm excited. I need to probably, I'm going to try to maybe straighten this up a little bit. So we're going to pause the video. For those of you watching on YouTube, you don't have to watch me do this, but I want to clean this up a little. So what I'm saying, I guess, is that having, yeah, they don't pay as much as 17, right? You have to work. You have to work to grow your farm in 25. And I think, at first people didn't like it, but for me, once again, I'm finding that I'm more attached to the farm now because I actually had to work to get my farm to the place that it is. It didn't just happen overnight. I had to plan. I've had to grow. I've had to, be patient while I'm saving up money to get fields paid off and to get debts paid off, to buy new fields, like each year buying one new field. But then at the end of each year, I'm 20% more wealthy. So like, whereas I made like 100,000 the first year, I'm making 200,000 to 300,000 every year now. So you are, you start making more money, and eventually you can get to megabucks, but it takes a lot longer to do that than it used to. But I think in a good way, it ties you emotionally to the farm. So yeah, it's more realistic, right? Like a real farm, right? Now, the one thing that's still not realistic is you don't really have bad years. Like, yeah, and it's like like if you watch, obviously like Clarkson's Farm is a dramatized sort of version of it, but it does bring up, a lot of what he deals with is real, and like, yeah, crops dying, and the prices going way down. So stuff that was super valuable last year is all of a sudden not valuable at all this year, like Avalon's year, right? Better year next year, Avalon. Yeah, droughts, stuff like that, right? Seth is doing great, by the way, Tyler. Thank you for asking. Soupy. He's a good kid, man. Sometimes he's lazy. What'd you say?
Nothing.
Did you just say I'm lazy? Wonder where I get it from? All right. Yeah, I'm sad he quit streaming too. I'm gonna talk to him about it when I get there. But he is studying and trying to get, in a good way. He's like, I need to spend my time like learning. So he's trying to learn a couple different computer languages so he can program. So yeah, that's now how come health wise or just because of how hard this year was. Dang it. Soup. When he was a little kid. He was little. Yeah, see, he's lazy, so he doesn't want to do both. All right, that's good enough. I felt like they were way out of control there. Now it's a little bit neater back there. The money and lack of it, right? Yeah. I hear that. There you go. That's cool. That's a good idea, Ben Pennant. Yeah, because in the generic game, you just don't have a bad year. You might have like kind of tight years, but you don't have bad years in this game. So, all right, so let's go ahead and fast forward till tomorrow. And let me just real quick. I'm going to run around the farm real quick. Hang on. I'm not sure. Let's see. We're using one of these Outlanders on our fishing series, so I want to make sure. I'm gonna do this. We're gonna do a Can-Am. I will get the snowplow. Roof setup. We can. I'm gonna do half. There we go. Extension design. What are these design changes? Oh, yeah, we definitely want that. You blowed it. I blowed my nose. Oh, right. You actually have to pick them up. Yep. Yeah, that's been since 19. Did I buy it? I did. Okay. The hype train is when people start like when there's a ton of people on and they start subscribing all at once. It's a lot of fun. It's a way to support your fellow YouTuber or your favorite. But you got to have a lot of people on to do the hype train. Did I explain it well? Or giving bits. Yeah, subscribing or giving bits. All right, so we picked up our new, because we're getting bigger now, and I feel like we do need a way to get kind of around the farm a little bit faster, so that I can check the condition of the fields, because that's getting to the point where it's not just walking out my door. So, thanks, Tyler. I'm pretty sure I will. It's going to be a fun time, except for driving up to Cleveland again. Ugh. So let's see, growing 100%. Wow, this has got a 100% yield bonus. We did something right there. That's good. I think we have another field down here to the left. And it doesn't look like I've planted it yet. Oh, I know. All those machines are friggin' slow. Yeah, so the field to our left. Maybe I have to plant this still. I thought we planted this already, but let's check it. This is going to need to be weeded probably tomorrow. So here's an interesting thing. It's 100% fertilized. I've got it rolled, and I'm only getting 80%, 87% out of it. And it doesn't say that it needs pH. I don't think it needs lime. That's a weird one. I don't understand why this one should be 100%, but it's not. Let's check the map. That bothers me. Stubble tillage. Fertilized, yeah, it's fertilized. Yeah, they're faster than they are in real life. Doesn't need plowing. It doesn't need lime. It doesn't need rolling. Isn't that weird? Oh, you know what, Binpin? That's a good point. Maybe the weeds, once the weeds go away, like once I kill the weeds, it'll be fixed. I'll have to see. It's interesting. Yeah, liming, fertilizer. You can still do them in the wrong order, though. Still let you do whatever. These cows are getting big. I don't think. I think we still need another year with them, though. I think they're 2 years old now. You sell them at 3. These are all good. These fields are good. We don't do anything with that. I need to check the chickens though and make sure they got food. How old? Okay, so what you have to do with liming in real life, fields have a pH balance, just like a pool does. Okay, so if I've got a pool and I've got my pH is low, I have to put increaser in there. If it's too high, I have to put decreaser in there. There's a perfect balance. It's how acidic things are. So you want it to either be more or less acidic. pH on they can take any yeah, bales. You can dump regular food into here like TMR. So in order to get your soil so that the alkalinity is correct, you have to put lime down on the field, a certain amount. More lime. I think the lime actually doesn't it increase pH? Because as you grow crops, the alkalinity decreases, and you need to get it back up so it has some alkalinity. I think is how it works, and it could be the opposite of that. These cows are 15 months. 36 months is when we sell them, so they got another 2 years, a year and a half to go. And I think once these cows go, I'm probably going to tear this pen down and put in maybe like a giant goat one so we can start getting milk. Because I want goat milk. And we can get a ton of... If we make one that big, we can get a ton of goats and get rid of the cows. It decreases. Okay, so it reduces the amount of acidity. Okay. Um... Hey. Huh. It won't take straw. It'll only take... it might only take bales. That's an interesting question. There should be a place where you can stop and dump it in, like near the feed trough. I've only ever done the bales because that's how farmers like usually do them. So if anyone else has done it with just the regular straw, like the regular feeder, let me know. Okay, this is barley. All right. And see, again, we're at 100, 100. So yeah, you might be right, Ben. It might be because of the weeds. But you have hungry cows. Let's see. All right, let's go back home, and we're going to go ahead and advance until tomorrow. Look out, Bob. There's the creepy guy that's always watching us. I'm watching you. Sleep. And we wake up to crap. Good thing I got a roof on this. That's why I got a roof. Blech. Dude, that's crazy, Tyler. Congratulations. All right, so we're going to pop over here. Oh. Dude, I love this ATV. This is awesome. I love ATVs. I'll have to get one of these for my farm. Not. You only have an acre. Oh, you can't turn the... I didn't know you couldn't turn them off. That's funny. Getting really regretting that I don't have a covered tractor for this stuff. So this is our one of our two new toys. A little vintage John Deere tractor. Right? My case equipment. Here I'm a trader. I'm wearing all case and driving a Deere. No, this is a much more modern tractor than the Jack Bear C. Maybe more akin to the other tractor that you get if you have the DLC. But no, this is definitely not anything like those. The Jack Bear C is like a lot taller, but a lot less horsepower. This is a much beefier tractor. I do have one of those. Here, I'll show you. I do have a mod for one of those that is... I'm just not using it. This is going to be your Jack Bear. Well, that's an A model. So that's a very much close to the Jack Bear C, though. Let's see. Do we have a C? Here you go. Oh, no, that's still an A. I don't. I guess I don't have a C. I thought I had a C, but this is. Yeah, this is even still smaller than the C. But
Hey, get out of my home.
I don't want to know. All right, so we've delivered our water. It's a bunch of different mods that I downloaded from the mod hub. It's not a pack. It's just different ones that they have. I would suggest you go through the mod hub. There's a lot of really good mods and some crappy ones, but there's a lot of decent, like, small tractor mods and stuff in there. One thing I'd like to do while I'm here, I've just never done it. We might as well do it now today. I'm going to do construction. And we're going to paint. Nope. Let's see. Gravel. That's what I want. Well, I'm really zoomed out. This tractor, Patchwork, are you still around? Could you help us with the dating of this tractor? I'm going to say, yeah, like late 50s, early 60s. You're probably right on that. There we go. That would be my guess. Well, now I'm soaked. Mid-50s, Captain Zank? Okay, yeah. Good old tractor. Still had the cowls. I love that, the hood on this. And once again, you can see it's a good mod. Like, you can actually see through the grill. It's actually an actual screen, which the crappy mods, they bypass that, so. Yeah. Yes, they do have raincoats. Yes. '66 to '67. Okay, there you go. So my guess of the '60s was correct. There she is, Mrs. Tractor. Can anyone guess why I did the double wheels? If you guessed it's because stability when using doing bales, you guessed correct. Weight too, yes, but stability. Weight, stability. Boop. Right. Just yeah, no. I'm actually not a huge dually fanatic. I don't love dualies on tractors. But I found with this one, if I want to pick up two bales at once, it's got to have the dualies or the tractor's going to flip over. So I very quickly adopted the dualies on it when I had my first mishap. There we go. We are going through food like crazy with that bale. Okay, I thought that bale would have disappeared, but it didn't. So we're going to leave this here. And then, let's see, forks. I guess we could leave the mushrooms out. They're not going to get hurt. I'll get those when there's more things to pick up. Oops, wrong things. Just leave it. They did. I've done it so much that that's in there. But what you can do once you've done it, if you put it in there, you're gonna pick it up. See how that hay bale is halfway empty? That's how I know it's been used. It'll start. The other thing you can do is as you look, and it's not going to do it now, But see where it says food under cow pasture on the bottom right there? You might not be able to see it on the stream, but there's an 11,250. As soon as I put this bale on here, you see that number start going up. So that's how I know. Let's see. Looks like it's going to get sunny in a couple hours, so that's good news. Yeah, no problem. That's what we're here for. Info. Does anyone know how to turn the lights on? Oh, there we go. They're on. All right, we're gonna run down to our only non-growing field and see if it's if we're getting weeds or not. I've seen them. There was a guy who had a New Holland T4. So those of you that have seen the tractors before, the T4 is not a very big tractor. It's actually a pretty small tractor. Who had dualies by where I used to live. I was like, oh, he's got dualies on there. It was pretty funny. No weeds. What on earth happened here? I hired a worker to plant this field. Apparently, he pulled a Clarkson. So this field is an enigma. Very bizarre. We've got an alien landing strip right in the middle of the field. That's bizarre. That sucks. That's a waste of space. But, okay, whatever. We'll see what happens next time. Either he did or I did, yeah. That's so funny, Tyler. Yeah. Oh, right. Chris used to be able to, his old girlfriend. Yeah. What was her name? Allie. Yeah, for one of those Piper Cub S's, like the Super Cubs, with the big tires. Yeah, someone forgot to lower the cedar, right? You said we've all done it. Come back a month later, like, what the hey? So here's a new thing that's in the game. I don't know if I can do this yet or not. Let's see. Nope. I guess we have to, hang on, let me see, real quick here. All right, let's go ahead and do this. And no offense, I'm not a huge Skillet fan, but on that, I back them up. I think they did a great job, and it was a good song. And very heartfelt. Sometimes in life, you yell when things are upsetting. I'm bad at this, by the way. No, come back. Come back. Come back. Come back. Come back. Come back. I caught a fish. Anyway, it didn't pay for the rod, but I think it's too bad. All right, I'm going to head back to the farm. So we finished up our daily chores for June, and it is time to do our crop check. We also need to check on our chickens, because our chickens haven't had, oh wait, I need to park this on our side. Our chickens, I think they might be running out of food. And I believe I have some chicken fud up here. So let's go check them out. Uh-oh. It is getting late. I do have to go pretty soon here. Let's run down and let's check them chickens. Oh, our crops are ready today. Okay, well, we know what we're doing in the next video. That is ready. Wow, does that look pretty? Nice golden barley there. We got another field full of it. Yeah, looked good. Oh wait, I need to go down there. Whoops. I didn't recognize it with all the grass grown in. It got pretty overgrown. Somebody just text me. Oh, sorry, I was looking at my phone. Ah! All right, still growing.
I love my book.
That's our oats. I didn't want to know. Let's see where our landing strip is. Daddy! Any races? What do you mean any races this year? I'm not sure what you're... Are you talking about Forza? We raced on Saturday. We'll be racing again, not this Saturday, but the following Saturday. So not Thanksgiving weekend, but the weekend after. Yep, yeah, we raced this past weekend. So it's our second series. The first series was the hatchback series. Yes, this weekend was muscle cars, like 70s supers, and then we're going. This next one will be like sports classics. So Mustangs. I'm taking a secret car. I'm not telling you what I'm taking yet. We have grass growing on our main fields, but I got barley. I've got that is oats on the other field. Yes, not this weekend with the holiday, no. But the following weekend, yes. All right, so this is our chicken feed. We seem to have plenty. Thanks, chickens. Ooh, that's a pretty chicken. So yes, there will be more races this year. Look at the cuckoo. So that is what they call a cuckoo. Like, you ever heard of a cuckoo clock? That pattern is, I guess in America maybe we call it kukoa, but it's a checkered or speckled pattern where they have every other feather is black and every other feather is white. So, yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Tyler. I know the feeling. So it's a pretty bird. All right, let's head on. Today's kind of a fun, like, goofing around episode, playing with new equipment. This needs to grow one more stage. It says ready for harvest, but you can see here it's not fully tall. We're not going to get a full mow, so I want to let it grow one more month. Mama. Mama. I'll be home for Thanksgiving. Another great looking field. Looks like we're gonna have a good harvest this year. They're gonna come off today. Later next episode. 100% yield. That's the best you can do. I'll take it. And we'll get another bonus. We'll be at about 120% yield because we have the MacDon system, so that'll give us a bonus. Bonus. Thank you, MacDon. You're the best. All right, so I'm gonna park here. Then we're gonna, I think we're gonna call it an evening here. But hang on one second, ladies and gentlemen. You know the drill. If you, we got some cool new equipment that we get to play with on our farm going forward. And then I don't have to keep using the. I don't have to keep using the same tractor for watering. I don't have to use the same tractor for watering as I do for bale pickup. Plus, I feel like we have a more realistic tractor that we're using now for the bale moving. So that's probably what you'd see on a farm like this. So I like that. And we got an ATV now to get around a little bit as our farm grows. We do need to be able to get from field to field to check up on them, check up on the animals that are like the chickens that are way off in the distance. And so anyway, if you love the video, please go ahead and throw us some coffee. We love it. We need it. It keeps us going. Have a great night, and we'll see you guys later. If you're watching on Twitch, hang on for 1 second.